Hello, this is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11. Michael Commiso, Vagabond. Like, well, by now everybody knows that I'm a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. As to, my name is still Michael Commiso. Well, as I sit here and try to figure out, I like putting puzzles together. I don't know. I'm not sure why, but I felt that people think I'm not smart for some reason. I'm not sure why. Yes, I feel uh, just because someone is in special education class doesn't uh, make me any less of me knowing the subject in school as what is smart online. I'm trying to figure it out because if everybody's smart, our lives living on this planet should be very easy as everybody's safe enough to use the internet. Well, no, as to it's safe to live on planet Earth. So just try to put a puzzle together inside my mind. How complicated it is as a human being to live on this planet. And I don't say I'm a pro on. I did pretty good in math in high school. I wasn't. Uh, I felt like I got A's and B's in class because I earned A's and B's in class because I try the hardest in class to try to figure out the answers so nobody thinks I'm stupid in the classroom. So I go out of my way trying to figure out the answer so they won't think I'm stupid. So when people sit there call this kid will not make it in the future because he's in a special education class is how I feel how people get rejected in the world for everybody seems to be okay as uh, people uses the internet all around the world. So yeah, there are times where I feel like there's few people are trying to go out of the way to screw up the internet. So they only get become a millionaire online at a certain point where they know in the future, uh, they know the future. You know, I highly doubt people are going to keep fighting in the future. We're going to be so tired of hating each other. Over the years of trying to come up for a reason why they hate each other as people, where there's no reason why anybody in any country should hate each other for no reason in the 21st century. So somehow I feel like as people set you up to get in trouble with the law online, and somehow the law is confused about how can that happen. Uh, I guess the world is not perfect, but as people, we make the internet work somehow, right? So, for I feel if you start a company, you won't see the company as a failure in the future. Because if you see your company as a failure in the future, you won't start that company at all in the first place. So you have to be a positive person to start a company. So it's the same thing as life. If all people do is sit there and find ways to be a hater on each other as the 1% negative on television, that don't doesn't make any sense to me. Because uh, it's like putting a puzzle together. I like putting puzzles together. I already have a system put a puzzle together. And I don't know if everybody's got the same system putting puzzles together. But usually you try to put the ends of a puzzle together first and try to put it together to make it easier. But sometimes it's hard to find all the pointers at one time. So I really never really noticed how I even myself put a puzzle together. So I guess as I sit here and people like make fun of you because you on public television or you're on live streaming. Everybody's making videos 24 hours a day or how long, and you just can't understand what's everybody's problem. World, yes, I was a shy, quiet kid, nervous around anybody that came up to talk to me. If you really think I had social skills in school, then nobody. I, when I was even in high school, I was so much of an outside kid. I just didn't know what the internet was even when I was in high school in the 2000s. I didn't go out. There's people in school as teenagers now. Everything you do in school, you go back to your internet and talk about what happened that day in school. Some people, well, I feel I am talking to myself on YouTube back at me, trying to put a puzzle together. When I put a puzzle together, when I was at Lions Hospital for combat PTSD, they told me to get a hobby. Uh, I appreciate the VA. If the VA must take veterans the wrong way too or something, I'm not sure what is everybody's trying to teach me as a veteran back home, as an American hero. Because I feel like I'm a decent guy. Uh, just because people put rumors on you doesn't mean you're any. I'm still the good guy, serve my country afterwards. But in the world we live in, it's like I don't understand the world that we live in online because if everybody wants to live a positive, well, I highly doubt people go out of the way to be on the 1% negative, right? If people want to be on TV, because nowadays it feels like everybody wants to be on television, I highly doubt they want to be on the negative show. So how long a negative show will go in the future? As I feel like everybody ranks everything, whatever, or has something has a rating on some everything online has a rating. Every single damn thing. Everybody's got a rating as a person online. We rate everything. So to say that nobody knows what the internet is doesn't make any sense. Yes, maybe people still can't understand why the world is. So I think it's God. Did anybody notice since we've been living this long as human beings that there's less oxygen on this planet? So we as people are worried about talking about each other about bullshit or talking shit about what's the word they use? I don't know much about anything. I actually feel like I just words just pop in my mind, and sometimes I'm searching for the word that you're looking for. And so, is that what it is? If I tell you the right word, then everybody leave me alone in the world. Well, I'm a disabled combat veteran, and I went to Alliance Hospital, and feels like the VA. Uh, if they like veterans, I feel like maybe people that work at the VA should like veterans. The reason why I work at the VA is because I care about veterans, and I work there for a reason, not just because maybe you get good pay. You're there to help veterans. So the one thing I noticed at Lions Hospital, I felt like the nurses and the doctors and the therapists at whoever works at the that building went out of the way to uh, make the veterans feel good about themselves. Is that what you want from your veterans? Like, we did good. It's the reason why people, veterans come home and don't talk about they were veterans is because you make it's like some kind of wrong thing to do is talk about that you was a veteran. And I don't know. I don't know what does. Maybe that's why veterans don't dress like veterans because veterans don't know how people gonna react. Yes, you got few people saying thank you for your service, but then you got other crooked people online. Yes, I guess I figure out over the years of being 40 past. Yes, I buy books because I feel like once I get time to read books, at least I got all the books that I wanted to read. That's Commiso. So I'm 40 and I'm just trying to put the puzzle together in my life. You all want to put some philosophy. I guess the major thing you have to do to your veterans back home is put some philosophy on them and tell we are wiser back home from war as everybody back home, and we're going to teach you some wisdom or whatever you're trying to teach me back home. Because I felt like, yes, I had difficulty in every class. I made it look like I'm not having any problems, so I won't get made fun of in the class. Yes, I paid attention and wrote down everything that the teacher said on the board. Sometimes I can't read what the damn teacher wrote because over time I got blind in high school. So I couldn't be the cool kid and sit in the back of the class because I can't see shit on them. So I had to make it like it's cool to sit in the front now. You guys don't know. If you're on the internet, you're wrong. Back in the day, it was cool sitting in the back of the class. But I'm blind now, so it's cool to sit in the front of the class. So, but people actually notice each other. The students actually notice there's other students in the classroom when they go to school. I feel like I notice everything in the classroom, and that's why I got me have ADD. And it was hard for me to focus on to the test because I was distracted of every movement that was going on in the class. So I had to really focus to get an A and a B in that class. I said, there's something I had to zone out. If you guys have trouble passing classes and I'm in special education classes, I'm like, well, imagine me. So I can't look at the world as everybody look at the world, then I won't be able to laugh. I'll be just like you guys, serious every day because they watch serious news. And I only lived to 2 years old on planet Earth with all the damn stress we put on each other as people. But that's not how it. I feel like in the future be less stress on people. Do you feel like it? That's because if the law expects to get paid by crime all the time, then they're going to be broke themselves as the law. If that it feels like you're relying for somebody. You're just sitting there nowadays as the law, and you just, bam, you're going to get somebody in trouble. Somebody just got a ticket. Bam, you're in trouble. As you get a ticket yourself as the law. So I try to figure out how complicated it is to, as I'm just a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. No, I didn't try to put out information as I really didn't know much about what happened at war anyway. I think my battle buddies made it that way. We can't tell Commiso anything that happened at war. No, I feel like my battle buddies saw me as an honest soldier. So, as to how can people still lie on the internet and nobody can see the lie on the internet? So that's what's going on. So either we are like back in, I don't know what because do people actually believe that everybody's a hater on the streets and we're going to be mean to each other no matter what because that's what you heard on the streets or online or whatever. One person had a bad day, so now we all have to have a bad day online. Yes, we as a human will like understand about feelings. I know as a human being myself, I feel like we got far enough on planet Earth as a human to understand what feelings. So if the law has feelings and the law wants respect, uh, I don't know what everybody wants respect. I feel like that's what the number one thing. We all can have world peace if we all respect each other. Okay. But then you get mad about that respect on the streets. I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe I watch too much movies and the world is not as I seems as I watch movies. But then they put reality television and say, fuck, they're right, the movies are right. But then what's reality? That we're real people on planet Earth? Is that reality? People on planet Earth just figure out they're real. We're not Pinocchios. And when everybody lies, we can see our lies because their nose are lying. We are human beings on planet Earth. Right? Are we learning in that direction that so far, hopefully, aliens did pick up our satellite and there's really aliens on the internet. Holy shit. There's no privacy at all as an American citizen. Even the aliens from outer space knows where I live. Holy shit. Is that what we have to go and believe? I don't know what to believe anymore because when you all come together and have world peace and chilling, you somehow stir up some other shit, bullshit to fight about. That's like, why? If we got aliens knowing where a satellite is, don't you think people have more things to worry about to start a war on this planet? And because there's aliens from outer space watching us? I think, man, I would solve all the bullshit on the streets and nobody would fight anymore on any street. Because there's fucking aliens watching us on the internet. We have to find another technology to try to get privacy online. But I don't know. Do I say hi to the aliens and everybody's saying, what's wrong with you, Commiso? Because we all watch Men in Black. And then I guess apparently, if you study long enough in a subject, as to, well, I didn't learn all the technical words to say talk about outer space as everybody else does in college. One, as the internet, there's only one college. As the math, that's you all try to end up with the same answers in the test, so you get a good grade. But how do you know how my answers was right? That's why I'm trying to figure out. Because I understood the teacher. It seems that there's some type of order you have in math to do math and algebra. As long as you do the order right, the math should come out right. But then they try and say, well, if you do it this way, the math problem will come out the same as the answer. Knowing I don't, all the right answers they're looking for. But somehow I got A's and B's in math. Yes, I may have forgot every kind of percentage. I can't say every goddamn number in pi. In math, you're supposed to make the math problems simpler. But I guess I did the long way in math. I actually counted out the numbers, added up the numbers. I didn't use the calculator. Well, you know what it's like. I used the calculator for the March rate. I was looking pi percentage. That button. But seems like you have to really add and you have to really subtract. You have to really multiply and you have to really divide to really get the answer. Yes, there's ways you can, I've just found out that there's ways you can figure out answers faster than a calculator. But I think the teacher was trying to teach you, you can't do everything on the calculator. And you can't put that problem directly. I feel like people look at an algebra question and try to put all the type in the calculator whole damn algebra wrong, and you won't get it right because I guess calculators really can't do algebra. But no, maybe in the future you could probably type the whole algebra because then you could tell the calculator what the answer is. But no, you probably still get the answer right. If it's wrong, you got to break the problem down. So it seems like no matter how hard you try to get the answer fast so you get out of the math class, you still have to actually add that problem together. So I just listened to what the teacher taught me to keep make sure you just got to figure out what to do when you look at the problem. And I felt like came, I don't know, I just did it. I did it. Move back. No, I had trouble with that. I don't say, but I figured once you learn math, you learn the system or learn the pattern. There's some type of pattern in math. They're trying to make it there's some pattern. And you can get an answer fast, but it seems like it will take longer trying to figure out the faster way as to just add it up. I don't know how well I would do in math if I went to college now, because I still got my GI. I'll be an old college student. Everybody think I'll be the teacher. Here's the percent, professor. I'll become, yes, I am the professor. What? I would ask, what are we learning in this class? I'm new as a professor. They even the other teachers didn't tell me what the heck I was teaching in this college. So how the hell do you expect me to know? I guess eventually you'll think, oh, that must be a student. That's it. Huh? I didn't know either. When I was in the class, I was just trying to figure out if I could still see the chalkboard. I got LASIK surgery, but they say eventually you might need reading class. So as I try to put this puzzle together in my mind where I feel like I should be further in life because we make everything so complicated as, well, nowadays everybody lives online. So I would say if everybody back in the day learned how to live on the streets without the internet, and now we're like living online. So it should be, as back in the day, it was easy to live on the streets. It should be easy to lose the internet and be safe every day that you use. But everybody set each other up, right? Because everybody knows what it takes to chill with each other as people. That's not how it works. I feel like nowadays you have to be like some cool person. And then once you're cool on the internet, then you can just sit there and talk bad about the person because they're not cool no more. As I'm an American hero after 9/11. So if people uh, can come up with more conversations to talk and kind of at a party, uh, I don't see why it's an issue of me as I'm going to be a veteran my whole life. So is it that we tell stories as veterans about war that upsets people? Or we just knowledge ourselves that we're veterans? I feel like you point that out to me as a veteran back home. I feel like so. Uh, the internet is television. No matter how you look at it, seems like everybody wants this on television. How it being on. So I would say the internet is now some top seats. There's no hidden internet. There's no some hidden world online as they make it seem. I feel like people are just living on line. That's the first. So knowledge that I'm a veteran, just knowledge that there's internet, knowledge that everybody smokes weed. So if everybody smokes weed in the world, there shouldn't be some complication or getting mad that knowing the whole world smokes weed. You smoke weed yourself. So I feel like people use the law because they know how to use the law. They know how to get you in trouble with the law. So they won't get in trouble. Yes, I could say the world is a perfect place, and everybody's getting along with each other, and everybody's chilling on the same sites and having fun on using the internet, as it should be, having fun using the internet. But that's not the case. I You can't really. And I feel like the internet comes to your computer, even if that you're trying to avoid. Well, I'm tired of watching negative news. I'm tired of watching crime on television. I can't understand how you got all these people in jail but can't solve that 1% crime on television. So it's not believable. As you got reality where apparently human beings were not. They make reality sound like it's from outer space or a different planet. But reality always going to be reality. As I'm a real boy, and not Pinocchio, as an American citizen. So when people can just sit there and scam you, and I just can't believe that's the world we live in. Even though people know that you're a veteran, that people still will go out of the way to make you look bad in the world. And that's not how we should be as people. We're not going to be all millionaires if we all sit around and talk about hate on one person on television. So uh, is the law out to find negative? Is it really that much negative in the world for we have to have? But I feel like everybody has a family in the world and friends. Everybody plays PlayStation. Everybody's playing. You got, if nobody knows what Pokemon cards is, I don't know what planet you live. As to, I don't know what planet you live in if nobody knows what the internet is. So I don't feel like when I use the internet, I go out of the way to do negative. They're making it believe that I went out of the way to put negative on there. As I get pop-up. So when people force you to watch a pop-up site, as the news force you to watch the 1% negative, as to why are we sitting around, as to we all came together and helped each other on this planet a lot of time, or we can't. Why are we allowing that 1% crime to happen to what we view online? Well, it's hard. I don't know if everybody gets popped up that, but I do get security on my computer where, well, if sites get rank, right? If sites get rank, the sites on up online still for a reason. So when everybody started to overreact, and it feels like people try to cover up crime online as to knowing nobody knows uh, the whole world is naked online. You can all sit there and act like you don't see the whole world naked at court and then try to judge somebody, but you're wrong. You're naked yourself on the internet too, as the court and the law. If the law can't see that now, then you're going to get a lot of conflict and people hurt. I don't think when you get a badge, it's going away to get people hurt on the streets, where you serve and protect that person. So to be a cop is a lot of responsibility I have to take on. As I feel like, no, I don't think people want to talk bad about the law. We're just trying to understand the law, because if You guys, as a law, accept that 1% crime for people to view all around the world online and be okay with it. And then try to say it's not good to do that. You're advertising. You're advertising the crime. Uh, if you like it or not, you know, do you want to watch football and everybody's getting along and have a good day or whatever? Like, I feel like people like positive television. As to, there were a lot of, there's still, they teach you that life is not so bad as television. We have to teach that. Like, yes, it's good to practice safe, security, where maybe one day we still trust each other and know that we are smart enough to keep our planet safe. I don't know why it's so hard to live on this planet as people survive more difficult times on this planet in history than we are now in the 21st century as a person or a human being. Yes, now we're acknowledged that there's an outer space. Yeah, it sucks that people know there's outer space. It just doesn't make you stupid because you know something about outer space. I don't know how cool you have to be on the streets of the world, but that means everybody that goes to parties lie about what they learned in school just to be cool in that type of party. But I feel like the knowledge I got from living, I guess I'm 40 now. Yes, that's why I feel that planet Earth has got a time. Planet Earth got some time on this planet. Well, I should age as fast as the planet spins. And you say, fuck this physics. So I have to age because this damn planet is pushing all this gravity every single on me. And then on top of that, you guys, we're spinning so fast, it's hard to keep up what day it is as the sun blows up to what not. So it's good, I guess, we got so tight the calendar of what. But man, yes, math is like a tough subject for everyone. As long as you know some system. I don't know if the teacher's going to teach you there's only one way to do math. As long as you know how you got the answer, then you should be okay. As long as you know, hey, I know how I got that answer. Because I just paid attention to what the teacher was saying. So, if we're all in college and we're not all accepted to be in college, we all can learn the same subject if you're going to college nowadays using the internet. As they got classes on YouTube, we can just watch and say, damn, I understand the teacher, but I don't know if I'm confident enough to take the class to know if I know the class. I never took that stuff. How hard you make complicated you make going to college. But nowadays, using the internet, what is it? Is it cool to use the internet? It's not cool to bully people online. Uh, There's a difference between having discussion and debate. I'm having a debate over my life as a soldier after 9/11, and I'm like, why? I'm a soldier after 9/11. And this is the United States of America. I felt like I did the right thing after high school and joined the military. And I still kind of shocked that how much time flies. So we have so much time on this planet where, yeah, As nature always going to be nature, and you always got to, you can't blame on the animals. Animals are in the wild, and that they do what they do because that's what they do as an animal in the wild. We are human beings on this planet. We know we go to school and learn further than the animals on this planet. Maybe some chimpanzees has got the math better than I. They're going to find a chimpanzee online that does better math than I. Even then, you got to say, well, if a chimpanzees can do the math, then human beings should be able to do the math too. That's how easy life should be. But is it how we view each other? If nowadays all we do is in each other's business online and overlooking everything as for human beings online? I don't know. I didn't realize it was that serious to live on planet Earth as to, yeah, I guess you get taught to camp. You gotta learn how to camp. There's bears outside when you camp. Yeah, it's not the, you can't blame the bear that the bear's outside. That's the bears lives outside. Well, I guess you got to take classes to how to camp so you won't get attacked by a bear. Even though there's bears over there. So maybe you don't want to camp around bears. That's how easy it is to camp. Maybe find animals that like human beings to camp around in the area. Then you don't have to like that. You even complain about the bears online being bears, the animals thrown on the wild. And they're going to have an interview with a bear saying, why you being a bear in outside? Bear be like, well, I didn't have anywhere else to go. Well, my whole life being a bear outside, I felt like I had some system as a bear, but then these human beings come around me and I don't know what to do. And they seem like uh, they want to get to know me as a bear when they can't. But I'm just a bear. Oh, I got to be a bear because I've been a bear my whole life outside. You all get to be human beings in the houses. Be protected by the bears outside in nature. But as a bear, I have to, there's other bears. I don't know if all the other bears like me outside as a bear. And then that's the actual interview. And we're all freaking human beings watching this show. And I'm like, wow, I can learn so much. When I learned that bears talk too, and they're on television. That's why they should have told me a long time ago, the bears. How dare they not tell me they're bears outside? It's their fault that they're bears outside. And that's the conflict. That's our future. That's our conflict. We all happy. We all like dancing outside on the streets like some kind of 80s movie in the future. And then we're going to get mad at the bears. We don't have to get worried about getting mad as human beings anymore. We just found out the bear on television, well, it's me. And he didn't have to be. But he has that. He says he's a bear. He's in the wild. So, I stayed alive outside all these years as a bear. Maybe the way you live out indoors kept you alive as a human being. But I don't even know you. I know there's human beings, but I didn't know they was going to camp here tonight. Maybe if you gave me a heads up, you got to give the heads up to the bears that you're coming. Then we maybe not be there. But I feel like we're going to be there because you're the one that went out of the way to figure out there were bears over there. But I didn't know. Maybe you got to camp somewhere else, man. It is. Once in a blue moon, we travel far as bears to find where because hibernation and we have to today. Hibernate. You won't get to hibernate in the house as human beings. So that's how much information we get nowadays by using the internet. As to, well, does people only use 1% like, of the internet and nobody knows the 99% what's online? As to people have been online 24 hours a day, sees everything online 24 hours a day. Because we know the news tells you everything, right? So everybody sees everything online. But I feel like they're trying to teach people in the world only use like 1 second of their time in their life to turn on the computer. It takes more time to turn on a computer than 1 second. I don't know if it's faster to turn on a computer than a television, but basically, I would say if the internet was part of the cable company, the internet is television too. It's not trying to mess up your math and your minds in the world. Yes, I felt happy. I'm proud of myself that I got A's and B's in classes that I thought I would not get A's and B's. Yes, but I did. So now I may fail or not get a good grade because I didn't do. It's like riding a bike. If somebody didn't ride a bike for a while, you're gonna have trouble riding a bike. And the same thing doing anything. It's bad. So if somebody does math every day, well, hopefully that guy is the smartest guy in math because he does it every single day. But as you are bringing up the subject of reality, apparently in the reality, it's hard to do math. You don't give us enough time to do math. That's to apologize. You all know a trick to get a faster energy. I just figured that out. I just did whatever the teacher taught me how to do the math. And I say, hopefully this is what it comes out the right way. So I think the reason why people try to why they get the wrong answer in math is they're trying to get the easy way out in math. I feel like there's no easy way out in math. If I had to calculate the space in outer space, everybody's number would be wrong. The math is so great as to we don't even know how big is outer space. To nobody, it would take anybody time to add up to how much space there is. As to the calculator can't even hold that many numbers in the calculator to add up how much outer space do we have. So yes, you all can sit there and make you all believe that nobody knows about the internet as you all sit there and claim everybody in homes only took 1 second to use the internet. And nobody knows what's going on the internet in the world. No. Apparently the internet is entertaining. Uh, but I highly doubt if people like it or not. Uh, Nobody wants to watch negative news. Negative. I don't know what type of person you are, but I feel as I serve my country, know what war is. Nobody would like war anymore, right? We had enough wars on this planet, I would say. I think uh, as a part of the community online, right, as a citizen, an American, right, that's better. and a human being. I guess I'm part of the people world. That's Commiso. Uh, can we figure out what the heck is going on and chill out? Uh, if we actually died over oil, hopefully people know in the future we're going to have to use less and less oil in this planet. That's why electric cars came out. Uh, apparently, oil's not good for the planet. Last time I checked, that's the math that I was taught in school. We're putting too much carbon dioxide in here, and we're going to change this planet. So yeah, we're actually dying over some kind of oil. Can we solve it? So no, people come up for a reason to hate each other nowadays. There's no way. There's no. We had that conflict back in the day. Now we're all like, all want to be on American Got Talent online. Everybody is making videos online trying to get on American Talent and try to succeed in life. So when the law forces you to get in trouble online, it's not a problem. But the law's gonna lose money because uh, uh, just because you got a whole bunch of people in a jail doesn't make you a millionaire or something. We all a community, and everybody has to succeed to have a positive world in the future. Do people look at that as that way? As to why are we fighting over stupidest things? And apparently, there's alien in outer space, and I hacked our satellites and watching our toes. So I feel like we're some tiny ass planet. We're tiny people. If there were dinosaurs, uh, I would feel like the internet is so connected. I would feel like everybody knows what a dinosaur is. They were big animals on planet Earth. That was our part of our animal kingdom. So when people see that animals even dying off on this planet, does that concern people? Because we got to protect the tiger, even the lions. Why were we pick? We're trying to tell we're so much of a hater in the world. We're even picking on the animals in the world. Yeah, they're animals that could probably take us off this planet as a bug or an insect or whatever. But I highly doubt animals are coming to humans to pick a fight with us. We're just part of the nature. we're we gotta teach the bears that we're a part of nature. We just got homes now, and maybe we can get along with the bears and the wild. Uh, it's not the bear's fault. He's just a wild animal, and he was trained to be a wild animal his whole life. So yeah, maybe the bear knows that you're a human being, but uh, you're not good. As you all walk up on each other on the streets and acting like you're all tough as human beings on the street, you're not going to walk up on a big giant bear. Apparently, bears can get really freaking big. I went to Germany and I took a picture against a bear. I said, "Holy shit! I didn't realize it." I don't know if it was some type of grizzly bear. I said, "This is bigger than a grizzly bear." Then you find out polar bears are bigger than grizzly bears. Then they come out with just some shit that there's more than polar bears that we didn't even know about. I didn't watch the whole YouTube yet. I'm trying to avoid negative on YouTube. Negative in the world. So maybe positive things may happen. But are we, if, do we all get public? I don't understand the conflict of using the internet in the 21st century. I get it. I don't think everybody's a bad person. somehow you make that person a bad person somehow is too. Hush. How many bad guys there really are? I don't understand it. It feels like everybody wants to fight. Why? How simple the world is. As to we are smart up to live with bears and bears be safe with humans too. As a wild animal on this planet. So, yes, I don't know how much books you have to read to know there's animals on this planet as human beings. I guess you have to read more books. Yeah, I get it. It's pretty cool that you can pick out a book that you want to read. But do I have to read every single book? I guess you have to read a decent amount of books to be smart. Well, we're all going to end up with the same answer and pass on the test, right? Do we all get the same answer, pass that test? Or there's some kind of, well, it was a 50-50 chance you was going to pass this grade as to the 50-50 chance you solve this algebra problem. What's the purpose of going to school if everybody 50-50 chance if you pass school, you will succeed in life and all the good things will happen because you graduated from school. So, but then they put this 50-50. Only 50% of the school is going to graduate this year. It should be 100%. It should be just because you're the slowest kid in the classroom, you shouldn't speed up. You should go as fast as the slowest kid in the class. Not to mock and bully him. And it's not his fault. He learns a different way than everybody else. Maybe his way of thinking, just because somebody thinks slower, they doesn't get to the answer as fast as everybody else. Maybe that kid is in outer space right now. He has an imagination. I didn't claim that I read enough about Albert Einstein, but it seems like Albert Einstein had an imagination. And just because you go further than the answer. Okay, there's a system to get a good grade, to get an A, B, knowing the answer. For Albert Einstein, there's more than just getting a good grade. Yeah, it's good that you get a good grade, but there's more to that answer. I feel like Albert Einstein looked further than the answer because it takes more than you think just to get to the answer. You know, it has you have that build some type of confidence of doing math. But when you're in school and you're not keeping up with everybody in the classroom, apparently students has to be a teenager in high school. If I was a character in the '80s movies, I'd be, what's this, from the 16 candles? I'd be the dork in the movies in the '80s because I have those social skills and I don't have those skills talking to the lady. So I'd be like the goofy guy in the '80s in the movie. Not because I don't know, the people you kind of made it that way. Well, I don't know. Do I blame myself that I'm shy and nervous and something's wrong with me? That's how you all look at the world using the internet, where maybe I feel. maybe I was all the time. Everybody's like talking to me. I was always thinking inside my mind. So yeah, I'm nervous to say a sentence to become friends and somebody in the class. So usually people came up to me. Even shy people came up. There was people that were quiet. I was quiet, but there was kids quieter than me in class who came up and talking to me. So I must be a magnet because I I had nothing against them. If somebody came and talked to me, I'm not going to be like, no, not knowledge that you're there. I was a nice student, as I'm a nice veteran. Man, I don't understand the conversations and why people fight over the simplest things. How simple we all can live on an island together as people and learn how to survive on an island and be okay with each other on the island. But if you really think about it, everybody is living on an island. Every country got ocean around every country. So we all have to see ourselves as people living on an island. So I just can't figure out why people are mean to each other and we can't solve why there's negative on toes. You know, yes, we as humans have to learn and adapt as our planet has learned and adapted to learn in outer space. I feel that if the planet Earth, billions of years, somehow came together as a planet Earth, we can get along with each other as a human being because that's a natural thing to do. As to planet Earth had to figure out how to keep life on planet Earth from outer space. Must be very hard to do for planet Earth to do it. To hold all of us as people and keep oxygen on this planet for all of the people on this planet. But then now everybody turns everything against you and now blames the planet. That's the reason why we are the way we are. Is that how we are going to do in the future? I highly doubt life was created in outer space for us to destroy it. So I feel like somebody has to lighten up or just play. I don't know if everybody wants to live a stressful life. And it's how it should be. And we can't solve how not to be stressful. So, yeah, it sucks that I feel you, since people know more than somebody, not everybody gets treated the same way as that one. This is the one classroom online. There's- Everybody knows what the internet is. They must know what a classroom is like. So create. Yes, I feel that in the future we want to. We was learning how to travel the world for years. We're all travel. We was naturally built to travel. So yeah, maybe eventually we as a life will have to travel off of this planet. Not because it's the planet's fault, but we was learning how to travel. We're natural. We want to discover things as a human being. But on top of that, you know, I just because somebody tells me that I have to be negative and have to think like this way doesn't mean I have to. So, yes, people try to predict the future in books, but really, we're smart enough to overcome a lot of things. As to, I don't know, in the 60s, part of the coolest things to talk about in the 60s was going landing on the moon. And we could be free in the 60s. As to, we don't have to screw each other's lives. We understand we're human beings. We don't have to hate. It's because we're all human beings. There's no smart answer for a reason why they hate each other as human beings. As human beings, because we're all human beings. So I feel, you know, like I'm a goofy guy. I try to be a positive person. I feel like I am a positive person. To laugh in the world we live in. It's hard to laugh nowadays because, you know, it's not, I feel like we're coming up with problems with each other where there's no problems at all. Just because somebody said this and now we should hate that person or people. Do people have a mind of their own and saying, well, I know this person and he want to say something like that or do something like that? Or what the hell are you talking about? So I highly doubt, yes, I don't know if there's what they say, are you the black sheep of the family? I feel like I'm not even the black sheep of the family. I'm just a little white sheep trying to skip around in the fields and trying to avoid the little doggies. Whatever chases the sheep. Maybe there's a fox that chases the sheep. And I'm just trying to avoid the fox so I won't take down from the fox as a sheep. We're all born pretty much the same way as a human being. We all got a mind. We all have a brain. We all have a heart. We all are. So just trying to figure out, are there really that much of a haters for people to keep the planet being mean to each other like that? We all chilling in the neighborhood, and everybody's chilling all around the world in every neighborhood. But somehow there's a hater on the street, and we can't figure out why he's hating on or hating the world. You gotta build up a lot of hate. You gotta say, holy shit, we're gonna destroy the world, right? And then we all die. Is that our future? Holy shit. We all could be billionaires and live and fly around in outer space. There's a trip to all the planets in outer space. Because you probably have to be a billionaire to travel to outer space. Right? So why the hell we're building all this shit then? We got robots. We just ended the conflict of being a human being online. Now we build robots to upset ourselves later about as they watch Terminator movies. It's not the robots' fault. It's we must have programmed the robots the wrong way. We're programmed to hate too, right? Uh, and can't figure out how's this Terminator having a nervous breakdown and picking on me as a robot. Is that our future? I feel like we're making things harder than it is because, yeah, it must have took a lot and maybe a couple times for life to even be life in outer space. So hopefully by now, I feel we should accept that there's life in outer space. Yeah, people are going to sit there and try to create life on this planet, but as we, well, hopefully, having your family and kids, that's part of creation, and that should be good enough for creation of life. Sometimes, maybe you question that answer so much and you overlook the answer. So, yeah, I feel like I don't know every man's answer. I apologize. I didn't have time to do every freaking answer. If I offends people, because we're so easily offended, but accept the 1% violence in the world. So it sucks that people walk around acting like they get offended so easily because we can all sit there and watch negative news and sit there and act like we can't do nothing about it. Well, maybe it's time to say, well, why do I have to learn so much negative? But it's not. There has to be more positive. I don't know if everybody accepts nature on the internet yet, but there has to be more positive. So if people sit around and just talk about each other and get mad and wonder why this and that, well, how simple it is to live on this planet. As to, yeah, I get it. I get it. Human beings figure out there's bears outside. I figured it out before human beings didn't acknowledge that there were bears outside, and didn't know that, yes, you know, nature is nature, and, but I don't know why you make this image of reality. Oh, we made it this way in life as reality, so we have to accept that it all means to each other. But I feel like, well, I think you guys are fake and bullshit because people can go to school and be friends with each other in the classroom to come out of school and act like they can't be friends on the street. Uh, that must be must be not a smart answer, uh, but I think it's very stupid. And you make this world something where it's like there's life in outer space. What more do you need as a human being? But people need to know more. They need to know. They need why this, why that. Well, yes, I feel that, uh, I don't know. I feel that life in outer space got this far for a reason. And we are capable of saving lives, keeping life. So when they make movies saying, "Oh, we're just going to destroy this planet," oh, we read a book that, oh, this guy said it's going to happen this way, so I guess we're going to read it. We're going to go in that direction. And I'm sitting here, well, if we believe somebody negative all the time, there would be no computers, there'd be no internet, there'd be no electricity, there'd be no castles, there'd be no buildings, there'd be no math, there'd be no money, there'd be nothing because we're all negative. All we'd be doing is beating each other up every day on this planet, and we're all dying. So it sucks that, oh, I don't know, uh, does everybody has to, I don't understand, you know, uh, we are capable to live comfortably on this planet, and when people sit there and knowledge the wrong information to will give us the wrong information. That's why people have a conflict. And I don't know. I feel like if I knew too much information, it would just, I'd be a boring person. I don't want to be an adventurous and travel the world. So, imagination. There's nothing wrong with having an imagination. They put this shit that you have to be a normal person to do a normal thing and have a normal life and have a normal, everything has to be normal. So that'd be a boring world, right? If everybody's doing it. I don't know. I was never a teacher. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking to let out information. I don't know what type of information I'm giving you, but I'm trying to have Commiso's imagination in the world I live in. I miss going to school. And yeah, I may have been a shy, quiet kid and couldn't talk to the ladies, but I miss being Commiso. I was in my own world going to the class. I may acknowledge that there were people around me in class, but I was trying to have an imagination in the class. And sometimes, no, it's not nothing against the teachers, but sometimes it's boring sitting in class. So using the internet and trying to figure out what everybody's thinking about you, because that's how you use the internet. Is your everybody else using the internet trying to read each other's minds. You know, I would think that'd be a boring thing to try to read each other's minds all the time. It's probably a lot of effort and be tired. So, yeah, I can believe that everybody thinks and says the same thing. And, feels like everybody is a cyborg from Star Trek, but everybody's robots. We're going to delete ourselves off of the internet as a human being. Well, we accomplished so much as to. I didn't realize nudity is a tough subject in school. I didn't realize nudity was a tough subject online as to. I feel that if the dictionary uh, teach you a word, everybody must know and know the education of the definition of the word. So, uh, hopefully, if people somehow uh, can accept one naked person. Uh, uh, I feel like the Renaissance were more. The Renaissance, even when the kings and queens of us found in royalty and strict laws, I feel like they had a lot of strict laws back in the day with the kings and queens. At the Renaissance, they didn't have this much problem of the word nudity as to do people get offended when somebody brings up the word sex, because I feel people go to the club to get sex. Uh, You listen to music and they're singing about sex. So is it that everybody knows what sex is and the law's upset about that? And you have to make an example out of me back home as a better cover the word or definition in the dictionary. Uh, then, uh, but sex is always going to be sex. Either how you represent it or speak about it or dislike or not, sex is always going to be on this planet for the rest of our lives. So if we have to deal with sex, sex should be something simple to talk about, not harder and difficult to talk about. And people can't just get mad at you over no reason by using the internet 21st century. Because my math in my mind is people have been using the internet long enough for us children. The internet. Because then there'd be no internet. Right? Nobody knows how to chill. So I don't know if you guys are that uptight as people as to nudity, as to sex. But in the Renaissance, people were talking about more about nudity, as there was nudity on the 16th chapter. So I highly doubt uh, when you went to see the 16th chapel, people got offended. They were amazed of one person can do this on the ceiling of the art that was put on that ceiling. And they accept nudity in the Renaissance. They couldn't understand this guy is an artist. He, we never saw each other naked. Watch each other. In the 1300s, we didn't know that what nudity was. We didn't see each other naked every time we had a relationship, get married, find a partner. The Renaissance taught us about nudity. And it's okay to be naked. When the Renaissance taught it. And there'll be no more wars because we accept each other as a human being. Oh, I think it's a competition. Only you can be naked on. That's the world we're in. Only you can, since we're the law, only you can be naked. Or I'm only guy on the internet is cool enough to be naked online and I won't get in trouble. But that's not how the Renaissance. So like there's a lot of art was television. There's a lot of history that I feel taught me enough to say it's okay to be naked in the 21st century. So people went out of the way to get upset at you as to 24 hours a day, there's nudity on the internet. People are going to get upset on that, right? Do people want to fight? Do people want to have a conflict? Do people want to hurt each other over things that we already had the Renaissance on this planet? It's according to the Renaissance. They already fought about that in the Renaissance and being naked and nudity is okay as to, don't people want kids and family or own and don't know what sex is. People want family and kids, but they don't know what sex is. According to the law, people want to have family of their own, but don't know what sex is. So there must be no nudity in the jail cell. There's so much clothes. There's no nudity at court. Everybody's in clothes every day at court as we speak. There's no nudity in building. There's no nudity law. Where does nudity come from and get mad at this person as American hero after 9/11? So it upsets me because I can't believe that. Holy shit! The only reason why we got up 1% crime and violence and people dying in this world because people only got enough time to bully one person on the internet and make fun of them after 9/11 as an American hero. While the law is teaching me the wrong way. Like in school, if you've been taught the wrong way, you won't pass the grade. Or nobody will pass the grade because graduate from school that we were taught the wrong way. So I don't know if everybody's getting to teach it a lesson from the law back home as a disabled combat veteran. But I feel like I respect people and the law and people as they taught me to respect people in the military. So I have the respect. I have the honor and the duty and integrity. I have integrity. I don't feel like the court has any integrity. I want to get treated like it was after 9/11. I feel like I don't trust you being on my computer as the law after 9/11 because I'm a veteran and you know about it, and you still want to be on my computer. So I don't know if my hometown law wants to figure out what I did at war. As well, I feel like I was in black ops. I can't give it any information to the law either if you want to keep monitoring my computer and trying to find out why I was black ops and I got classified information on my computer, but my law wants to bust down my door and take classified information from me while I took pictures at war. So I guess that was trained into me in the military. You, you don't want to give out too much information, but apparently everybody hack each other. And, everybody needs to know everything online. So you know that I'm a soldier after 9/11. So I didn't know I had to come home and try to teach everybody about nudity and sex online after 9/11 because that's already a subject that has been taught for years online. So it seems like if people have been talking about that subject's not going anywhere because as you grow older, you're going to learn more, right? And I feel like when you get older, you experience, you get no more. I feel like a kid will grow up to be an adult. So eventually, if you don't want them to know where they came from, if that's big conflicts, like kids are so stupid, they don't know where they came from after what, the internet or uh, because- so I don't know. Uh, I feel that people take happiness from each other, and nobody wants each other to be happy because nobody be angry and nobody be everybody be happy. It shouldn't be that hard to be happy on planet Earth. We even got Star Wars and Star Trek to explain that we're all in the same situation on this planet. That's planet Earth. So why would we be stupid enough to make our lives complicated for each other online as people? So I feel no disrespect as we have debates, right? We got the Capitol. We, you vote for laws. That's in the Capitol. You vote for. Uh, I get it. Nobody should hurt each other. I feel like it can't be the number one law. Nobody should bully each other, hurt each other, nobody and all that. That should be something everybody should be on top of. And we don't have to worry. It shouldn't be that complicated to fly. Well, that's not how the system works. Now you got laws that make you somebody out to be somebody you're not. That's the internet. And there's laws that saying you're innocent as the law, but we have a law saying we're allowed to bully you and call your name, and we allowed to get mad about it. I don't know what type of law is there because that would get people mad. Saying we abide by the law, we don't hurt anybody, we're good, we're nice people. And you're like, we want you to get in trouble. That's why we keep forcing the law on you. Well, we know the law. I know where there's a law, but I don't feel like the law explains the law as to billions of naked people accepted online, and we can overlook the billions of naked people and be okay with it. To bully one person on television and say get mad and have a stroke and die that day because he decided to be negative, like the rest of the television. So it sucks that people lie about it. Anyways, and I'm a veteran. And I didn't realize people actually go out of the way to get you in trouble on purpose online. It sucks that you sit there saying, man, somebody's sending me in the same direction online again. How boring is mine? They can see that I'm trying to do art and trying to get ideas of art online and see what other people are doing with art. Because I think that was the Renaissance time. Like Leonardo da Vinci learned all from Michelangelo as to how everybody wanted to start to paint and draw in the Renaissance and learn how to be an artist because of Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. So, 21st century internet. So, sex is acceptable, but apparently, if you make a big deal about somebody online saying, we don't, holy crap, man, I didn't know that was online, so shit, we're not going to get in trouble. Only that guy on television go with us. Some good people live with yourself like that. You know, that sucks. That's like, oh, everybody in classroom can be naked today, but set that kid over there in the corner. We are humans and discover nudity is part of our lives, and nudity, if it's online or not, still be nudity in real life. But since we all some kind of messed up in our heads and brainwashed that we are allowed to hate one person, not the billions of naked people. Because then maybe the law won't make any money off of porn anymore. You know, they don't want people to make money off of legal porn. They get mad about it. So now they found out to make money and be proud of them. Making money off of people and screwing their lives over something that how easy it is to keep the internet safe, and we don't have to view the 1% negative. So, yeah, I feel it sucks that you get forced to be what? We're sculpted out of statues as human beings. So, I I feel just because somebody says I won't be a good dad one day, I don't have to say that to myself. I showed enough responsibility as a veteran so far back home to be a good dad. Then we have the internet. Everything's on the internet. Everybody's life is online. And we're all on toes. So it's like we're all back in high school and we're picking on each other and we're not cool enough. We're never cool as a human being. You always got to find a uh, conflict or not being good enough as people. And we accomplished so much. I guess we overlooked that. So I guess everybody's having a good time and overlooked that. Damn, if you really think about it, if everybody's using the same internet and same sites, it seems like every site leads the same site, and you're all watching the same thing. To where's the hate? Where's the hate? Feels like you're forced into trying to search for hate. I don't know how much information you found out on me by invading my privacy so fast at court here and not accepting me that I use the internet as a human being in the 21st century. I can't accept that. I can't believe people can turn on each other so fast because they picked up some information about each other and we all die on this planet because we're too stupid enough to stop hating each other as people. It's hard to believe that. Then there won't be millions of happy naked people online every single day. Holy shit. I gotta get treated like this because you got some twisted, fucked up, weird world online. Can't see that. Damn, if people actually do the math, we're all using the same fucking sites. We're all using the same goddamn internet. We're all leading in the same direction. But nobody can see us as a human being. As the millions of naked people online. So it's not that the law hates nudity. You like nudity, that's no law. You like sex online. Then you can bully one person and get mad at that person. Then you don't have to look in the mirror and say, holy shit, I'm on the goddamn same site as this guy. But just, I could do this. You know, I could do that. That's fucked up, don't you think? Uh, I will hopefully find out uh, nowadays sex in our culture is accepted so much online that everybody has sex outside in public in the 21st century. But the information has been told to me, I'm going to get beat up because you guys suck. I'm your good friend that came back alive from war. The best thing you guys can do is basically sit there all on my computer. They cock block me from the real world. In the real world, your shows don't make any sense. In the real world, everybody, there should be nudity on every channel. Because we accept the nudity as the Renaissance time, as the Revolution war. What was the Revolution all about? Probably about nudity too, right? We had to save, we saved art to wars. So people don't hate art, we save art. So people don't hate nudity. You're saving nudity to oh shit. That's why we get one person. We keep the nudity going on. The organized crime. 1% crime on television. Nobody can solve anything. And then well, you allow your soldiers to die at war and they get mad at yourself slaves. Wherever it's smart enough not to have wars and everybody can come home alive and everybody's chilling all around the world. I guess you guys don't look at that too. You guys are so uptight and so much trying to get me in trouble back home. And you don't care because if you care, you want to give me a hard time and understand that shit. Nudity is part of life now. So the 1% crimes doesn't make any sense because everybody likes being naked. Even the law likes being naked. But I'm talked down like I'm stupid. That sucks. Because I'm not stupid. Just because you sit there and act like I did something so terrible and you guys can't do shit for me as a soldier after 9/11 tells me, damn, I'm, I did something good. These guys had to go out of their way to sit there and screw my wife over as they act like they're not the ones that send me to pop-ups, like while everybody's using the good internet. I think if millions of naked people have been online for years, there must be a right way of doing the internet so you won't get in trouble. Nowadays, people can hack your routers and Wi-Fi's and numbers and your address. So make people believe everything is coming off of your computer and nobody knows where everybody is because everybody's using somebody else's IP address as to shit. I don't have to get in trouble because I'm using somebody else's IP address. That's how tight guys are being billions of naked people in the world. And then you got the right to bully one person or two. Don't you think that sucks? What kind of friends would do that? Holy shit, the law is part of my community. The law should be part of my friendship as an American. I should trust the law. I should trust the law as an American. I should trust that they're all my friends out to help me as the law. No, not everybody's a nice guy, right? That's shit. They rather sit there and trying to screw a American hero's life full and wondering why things are the way they are. That's very unfair. And for me, as an American citizen and as a human being, because it just says that shit, damn, the law is God and the law has a say online, but we are viewed 1% violence on television. And that sucks to watch. I mean, highly doubt people go out of the way to watch negative. I don't want to see people die on television. I think that's the worst shit people could watch on television. Because you can film this shit and can't figure out how to save somebody's life. And then we got to watch it. Like, we got to discover why the life is the way it is. When we have law, so we can walk out our door. And streets are safe because we got the law. Now the law relies on the internet and has a bad day and picks out one naked person saying, we're not going to allow you to live a free life back home and to serve your United States of America. And we're going to bully you the rest of your life and call you a name and get mad at you. As a people. We're just going to get mad at you. We have no reason right now to get mad at you. But since we're using the internet, we decided to talk shit about each other anyways. Now we got the law scamming you on the internet, saying we can take more money out of your paycheck that you earn and your benefits that you earn serving your country, and you can have a good day and walk away from it. That's how fucked up this world is. Holy shit. The world can fight and say, why is this guy getting in trouble? Sometimes saying, holy shit, everybody's in public having sex online, and only one person gets in trouble. I say, why? You just accept ourselves as nudity. We accept ourselves as sex offenders. So if the law claims that they go to club not to have sex, it's fine apart. They're lying. It's a, you go to clubs. We know what hip hop is. Sing about sex. Sex is not a hateful thing. We only hate you because we're basically cock blocking that. Because I'm obviously safe enough to serve my country and protect the kids in America and America as a soldier and the people. But I don't see that at court. They only see, holy shit, we can't, this guy's an idiot. He goes on these pop-up sites and gets in trouble. So we're going to make fun of you, get mad at you. And you're all in jail while there's billions of people on public sex news. Wonder why people get mad about that stuff. So, if people get mad because I say things like that, because there's something wrong with you as people in the world. That means you don't want to become friends. You don't want change. You want people to you want us to keep hating each other as people. Because you guys got a nerve that's put down a soldier after 9/11 like that when 9/11 is still on the air. Kind of hurts your feelings. So everybody just walks around and walks away from you and acting like they can't do nothing about it. But there's all that time, there's still billions of naked people. So are you mad that I discover reality online or something? Are you mad that you're the ones scamming my computer and reporting it? Well, shit. Seems like this site, you get all the same shit on this site and don't get it. So the internet must know about it. No, no, no. It's an organized crime on nudity and sex. And since I'm not pulling up as a soldier after 9/11 to use the internet after that, no, there's no crooked people at court sitting there trying to screw me over. In a perfect world where everybody's happy and partaking online, like it's the 60s or Renaissance on the internet, or even the 80s and the 70s. That's mean to do. To be somebody's friend and then turn on them. Because it doesn't, you look good talking bad about a veteran online at court around here. Does that make you feel good about yourself? I think you sound like you're an asshole. That sucks that we live in a world like that. We, shit, that really sucks. Well, I'm 40 years old and I'm a veteran still. Where I feel like, yeah, it's cool that I'm proud of myself that I got a chance to come home from war alive and help my family out. I don't have a problem with that. But there's things that I want as a house for the kids. Just because a few assholes try to teach you won't be a good dad one day, that must mean I'll be a better dad than you because you went out of your lifetime to put down and bully somebody. I guess that's what you teach your kid. Because we're living too hard. That's how simple life is on this planet. So I went to the Goodwill store and bought a book. And I read it. It says, don't sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff. As to simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. I don't even have to read the book. I just read the cover and understand. I can't fix the world as I want the world to be fixed and everybody should be accept each other on this planet. You guys are going to go out of your way just to hate each other for no reason. As to it hurt my feelings that everybody can party naked at court and saying we got the badge and we monitor your internet and only I can be naked on. As there's corny gangs and corny terrorist groups online, you guys. I highly doubt Michael Jackson taught the law and Michael Jackson taught people in the world to hate each other. I believe Michael Jackson wants the law accept us as people when we accept the law and everybody's showing and respect each other. Michael Jackson was singing about loving each other and caring about each other. You guys are singing about Oh, I need more respect on the streets. And I deserve it. Give me it, give me it, give me it. Or else. If I don't get my respect on the street, or else. Michael Jackson said, you should respect each other no matter what, if you're on the streets or whatever. That's what I was taught. So all this hate as to organized crime and, oh man, dude, why can't we all work together? Things that mean more to us than hate each other for no reason at all. Because I feel hate's not going to take us anywhere in the future. We have books that teach us things. So why are we going to do that to ourselves? Life, apparently, reality and real life and everything is so complicated. Why are we making life so more complicated for ourselves? We didn't even have this much negative on television and back in the day. We didn't have this much negative on the internet back in the day. Are the laws happy that there's crime on television? Because sometimes, it feels like they're happy that they're on shows. Well, that should. I feel that the laws protect you and serve you and protect you, and everybody stays alive. Nobody has to talk. Nobody has to be bullied. Nobody has to be called names. Everybody's happy. You all saw each other's asses fall on. Apparently, that's not enough respect for each other on the street. We got to see movement. So I feel that in the world we live in, I am being discriminated and picked on and point out bullies because there are a few jealous people are better. I don't know if everybody's jealous of veterans back home or something. That serve our country or something. There's a few jealous of people on Commiso back home. And I felt people were jealous of me when I was on the rest. I'm nobody special. I don't know why people get jealous. I'm nobody special. I'm just a human being. And I say I don't know. I felt like I was nice to everybody. I just was on the wrestling team, and there were times I felt like I needed to stand up for myself, as the military taught me to stand up for myself. So I was trying to keep myself alive online, as people use the public to die on public television. They use the public news to die on public television. So I don't know how long in the future people are going to keep accepting that 1% negative. People will get tired of that and saying, we're tired of doing the right things and going by the laws and doing the right things, but that's not enough for you guys. You guys are going to do more and more and more and more. And somehow, we, as a human being, still have to find out somebody died on live television. As a human being, that was taught. Renaissance, 60s, Michael Jackson. Damn, there was a lot of good leaders in history that taught us, and good leaders now. That's, I guess, you gotta let history go by and see if he was a good leader. Time go by, I don't know. But how people viewed each other as people saw, as everybody gets in trouble. No, there'd be no nudity. So it sucks to go to the police station and you're Americans. Yeah, I respect the law. I was a veteran. I'm a veteran. I'm a soldier. I served my country. And they just can talk to you like you're no fun. And because they decided to bully you over a name, now I think you all call the same name to each other now. That's how you go use the site. Now we got to figure out who you are before you use the site, so we won't get in trouble. So you have to be called names that get on that. So yeah, sometimes I feel like the news is advertising nudity and sex. And as to, man, dude, you know how much nudity they had on television and nobody had a problem with it? And now, since you all hiding the fact that everybody's nudity online, we all, a few people have to suffer over that. And I guess I deserve that. I deserve to get called a name and bullied at court after 9/11 as a soldier after 9. I must have earned that serving my country. And how much respect for you guys to sit there and talk bad about me as a soldier after 9/11. I did a whole lot. I don't know, maybe things are not happening for me now because you made it that way. Because everybody's got to say you can't make it anymore. But that's not your decision to make. It's my decision if I make it. But I guess not, huh? We got the power over ourselves because we can hackers and scam each other and screw each other's lives over and scam you with e-bombs and pop them back over and over again. The only reason why they take your laptop away so they won't find out where the pop-up password comes from. I will send it to your computer while they install things on your saying you're not allowed to use the public security and give you a different type of security. And then you feel uncomfortable because you got combat PTSD. Well, how come the whole world can use their security on their computer, but I can't as a soldier after 9/11? There's the things you're questioning as they taught you in the military to question, as to keep yourself alive at war. So yeah, I'm questioning why you guys sit there and act like they lied a whole lot. You get to sit there and you act like you tell the truth, or why you sat there and try to screw your American hometown hero back home afterward to the public. Everything's to the public, even you as the court. Remember, there's public television and public courts. You made it that way. So I guess if you all force me to be on public, I make my YouTube video saying, no, you're wrong. I just because you guys decided to bully me back home and say I'm not cool enough and call me a name, I don't have to accept that as a soldier after 9. But I did a whole lot. I'm a good battle buddy. I'm a good I was a good soldier. I feel like I'm a cool veteran. I'm trying to be a cool guy. I feel like you should have made all your veterans cool back then. Too. You know, It- I guess we have to be told that we're doing a good job as we got, or should we just know that we did something good? And you can all say all this asshole bullshit, corny ass thing of bullying somebody online. But I'm gonna serve my country. So no, you're wrong. You can't just sit there and say it doesn't matter if you're a soldier after not. Who can say that? That's bullshit, dude. Everything you did to me sucked. As I could have got restrained and got my head chopped off for you guys to find why you did what you guys did to me in the first place. So no, yeah, I get it. You see things online that you're not supposed to, but we allow to see people die on television and be okay with that because the law says it's okay to watch people die on television. But it's okay to bully somebody while everybody's using the same site. So I guess I wasn't even cool enough to party with actually because you guys found a way to bully your soldier after 9/11 almost. That's how I feel so far. I'm letting out my feelings as everybody seems they're delicate and can't overcome things. Uh, how easy it is for everybody to chill on this planet. Uh, I don't know. I miss going to school. Uh, Not the pressure of the tests and nervous if I'm going up in the classroom with the students. It's because when you get a good grade, you accomplish that grade. It feels good because people call you stupid. So maybe Albert Einstein became Albert Einstein to prove that he wasn't stupid. People probably say, "You're stupid, Albert Einstein. You don't know anything." Albert Einstein got mad and said, "I'm not stupid. I'm Albert Einstein, dude." And proved everybody wrong in the damn classroom, even the teacher. And he didn't do that because he wanted to be mean to the teachers. He didn't do that because he wanted to be mean to the students. He was tired of people thinking he was a stupid person. When people asking him what the answers are to the test. And he probably did have a learning disability. It feels like a lot of people that are geniuses have some type of learning disability. So I I'm not stupid, and yeah, I shouldn't have to prove that to nobody. I guess I'm just tired of people calling me stupid because I don't know how I am, because I served my country. That was a very smart thing to do in my life. You know, yeah, I could have died at war and everything, but I served my country, and this is the United States of America. And the United States of America is a really great country to live in. And me serving it makes me a cool person. Just because few people decide to say I ain't good enough to be something doesn't give them the right to say that, because somebody's going to say that to you one day. And who are you? Just because you know how to do things and push buttons doesn't make you God on the internet. We're all human beings on this planet. I hope it doesn't take to go to college to learn that we're all human beings on this planet, right? I mean, so yeah, I feel that people should feel stupid that people die on television. I feel stupid as a human being. I feel stupid as people, as a society, because we have all this damn law, and it seems like the law is no disrespect, but what are you looking for? Because you want the law wants to protect, right? It became a part of the law because you want to serve and protect. I joined the military to serve and protect. I don't know if I'm capable of it, but I was a soldier to serve and protect the best of my ability at the time serving my country. So that the law is serving to protect. The law is not out to get you and screw your life over on purpose and don't accept you as a human being, as they're human beings themselves, as the law. They don't look at the world differently because I'm on it or not. The world's still on the internet, right? I don't think it will change if I'm on the internet or not. Um, So, what's the conflict? Why is everybody so hard on me knowing that I'm a veteran after 9/11? Everything you guys are doing is not the right thing to do to a veteran. And I'm saying that, well, being scammed to set up online. Just it shouldn't be so complicated to accept the veterans even on the internet. And yeah, I get it. There's viruses and scams and bad sites. Bad sites. Well, why the hell they all still up on the internet? So I'm just saying, in the future, or maybe now, people want to look to the law and say, sometimes it feels like the law is somehow involved with that 1% crime being told. As you try to say we can't view certain things, well, people die on television. Is it that not cool to be viewed? So I don't know what type of hate you had on Commiso back then. How many haters there are on Commiso, but I'm a nice person. I don't feel like I go out of the way to kiss ass for friendship, but I'm a nice person. I have a good nature to me. I feel like I have a good personality. That's why when people are sad, I feel like I have to make them laugh. Right? So they won't be sad. I felt like that was the main purpose of my YouTube channel. I say, well, Grandpa died. I'm sad. Everybody's sad. I want to make goofy videos and try to make people laugh so people won't be sad. But instead, somebody out there must have got jealous of me being on YouTube. That's all people do. Oh, you're not good enough. You're not on the top no more. We're just going to talk bad about you and make you feel bad about yourself as people using it. Then you wonder why there's 1% crime. Oh, I didn't know we have enough time to be negative and talk bad about each other. As to try to solve the 1% crime rate. We have outer space to deal with. You all can sit there and say the world is flat and there's no outer space, some weirdo in the world. But you can look in the sky and see there's an outer space, right? So either way, we're all faced with the same situation on this planet as we all look up and see stars at the same time. And see, we see the sun at the same time. If everybody looks up, then we can see the sun. Unless you got the moon and see the glowing moon, then you realize the sun's so big, it glows the moon too. The reason why you see the moon is because the sun is brightening up the moon at the night. I feel like I didn't need to know that much more to know that. So I took some science classes and understand the world is round. So whatever affects that side of the planet will affect the side of this planet. So we can't be destroying this planet. If you want to stay alive and be a billionaire the rest of your life, yeah, we got to realize the planet's round. We all can be poor at the same time, as that was happening in the Great Depression. So I don't know if that's why you're trying to destroy the internet to put everybody in the Great Depression because everybody relies on the internet and try to say you're some god because I'm the one that fixed the internet and everybody can use it again in the world and then everybody can be all naked in the world and you're a quadrillionaire on the internet and allowing people to be naked. As the law gets paid off of nudity too on the internet too, so nudity can't be that bad if the law gets paid with nudity of billions of people online too, right? I guess it's how you see it. I see it as, man, all these years, people join the internet and acting like they don't know what's going on just to have fun. That's not going to work, you know. You want people to trust the law, right? You feel like the way you present the law on television and online, people don't trust the law. And people to grab you like that, and you don't, you're not supposed to get in a fight in the school, and you'll get in trouble if you punch someone. How can the law just grab you like that? Like I'm nobody. And I'm a soldier after 9/11. So, yeah, if you can see it or not, people just can't understand. We're people, we're humans. Come on, man. I got feelings, man. I get it. I was a shy, quiet kid. I didn't want to hurt people's feelings in school, so I kept things to myself. So I won't hurt the feelings. I got feelings, man. I'm a nice guy. I worked hard my whole life serving my country and coming back home as a veteran. My benefits, I got benefits from the VA and the military because I earned the benefits. Man, I don't know if the VA has to accept that, but I don't have anything against the VA. At least some people back home in America tries to help veterans as the VA. I can't put the VA down because they tried to go out of their way to try to figure out what they can do to help me as a veteran. So, no, I didn't kiss my coach's ass to get the first place medal. Maybe that's why he got mad at me as a wrestler. How come he got the first place medal? I was questioning too why. I felt like I had to wrestle one more person. So I'm not kissing ass to the public. I feel like the public nowadays are mean. The public is mean to human beings on public television. As to, I don't know. You try to tell me everybody just hurt each other in the world and that's the best thing we can do on law? No, I highly doubt that, man. Because nobody will use the internet. So there's a reason why people still using the internet. I don't think it takes a chimpanzee to try to figure that answer out. Maybe it might take a chimpanzee to figure out why these people use the internet. Well, I don't know, it's 50-50% of the world using the internet or 100%. Maybe 99% of the world. But the internet is so connected, if you use the internet or not, you're still on the internet. So it's 100% users. Because if you don't use profiles and don't try to go online, people still talk about your name online. So technically, you're still on the internet. So I guess that's the matrix thing. We should try to teach people. I don't know. I'm in the internet if I like it or not. Come on, internet. I saw the matrix. Yeah, I may not to fly down the stairs like in the movie. But holy shit. We gotta find a reason why to trust the internet now as a human. We can't trust each other. Yeah, we can't allow a few people not to trust each other. We'll never accept each other as people. And I don't know how much the haters. Well, I highly to go to a party. I highly doubt you got to be a mean guy to get to that. You won't go to that party because you're the mean guy. I think it sucks that you made your veterans the mean guys straight away at the party. Oh, he's a veteran. He's going to get mad, and now he can't play party with me. Well, I feel like you all made it that way because I I joked around with my battle buddy. I miss my battle buddy because I could joke around with my battle buddies and understand each other as a joke till we laugh at each other. You know, I don't know if everybody liked me in the military, but I felt like the battle buddies that was around me was cool with me. Maybe that's why I'm still alive. And for more. Because my battle buddies, look, they kept me alive. We gotta keep Commiso alive at the sport. He's the one that's keeping me laughing right now. So nobody touch Commiso in the college because we gotta keep them laughing. Everybody laughs. I don't know what happened. Nobody tells me the whole story. That's the law don't tells you everything. Then you wonder why people get mad at the law. The law don't tells you everything. They want to have these many people in jail. Be telling everybody tells them it's hard. As to what sites that won't report your computer as holy shit, you got still sites from the 80s on the internet. So maybe they no offense to the government, no disrespect to the government, no disrespect to anyone or whoever is in charge of the God of being online. But don't you think it's smarter to update laws so people can show? No, I'm not saying update laws and everybody hurt each other. No. But I would say it was this time that people do understand that we're human beings and we don't want to hurt each other, right? So It's not my fault that the internet's out of date and you're all trying to be in style in the nudity at court. But I can't be in style as nudity at court because you must have got jealous of me being nudity on the internet. As I'm just trying to fit in with the community online and be part of the internet. But I'm an outcast. So I got books at the Goodwill store. I got this book, and it looks like boxing. That's why I got it. They said, oh, boxing's on the book. That's my cat's name. If you know I got a cat. So it's a street cat named Bob. I said, this book might be cool to read. We can name our cats on the streets, but we can't help the cat stay alive on the streets. We can name the cat. We can't keep the cat alive on the streets. You know, that's how boring being a human being on this planet. I have to read a book about a cat named Bob on the street. That's how boring the internet is. Because you direct us and fail us, right? They get mad at us. If you direct us in the right direction, you'll have to fail. There won't be people like me reading about a cat named Bob on the street. And yes, apparently, uh, I was the goofy guy with goofy glasses that tried to get A's and B's, and I didn't try so hard to fit in the classroom, as you all did. So I apologize if I didn't go to all the cool parties in high school, or whatever cool kids. So, really, I'm from New Jersey and know nothing about New Jersey. Only Thomas Edison and stuff here and there. So I say three 350 years of New Jersey history and a little tiny book like this. I say, okay, that's good. Then, for some reason, I thought this says time travelers. I thought the book said time travelers. I said, oh, time travel. I want to see who's the time travelers are in the book. And I looked, brought it home. It didn't say time travelers at all. It says team of rebels. Apparently Abraham Lincoln was a rebel. What? That makes sense. And then apparently it's about Abraham Lincoln. I like Abraham Lincoln. I didn't even get to know because I was not even a sperm yet in the 1800s. I wasn't even knowledge that there was a Michael Commiso in 1800. So I apologize to Abraham Lincoln if I didn't get to know you in the 1800s. Well, Abraham Lincoln was a lawyer. So I think being a lawyer, you have to see the both sides of the story. You got to see the both points of view as a lawyer. You can't just see one point of view as a lawyer because I think you won't be a good lawyer. You only see that only, and maybe that's what people wanted to mislead you and direct you the wrong way, and you won't be a good lawyer. So, me using the internet, how organized the internet is. Because when you look up something, you look up Abraham Lincoln. You figure anything about Abraham Lincoln will show up, and that's the only subject that will show up because that's the only thing you searched for was Abraham Lincoln. No, really? You type in Abraham Lincoln, you come up with all these different stories, and you don't even know what the heck is going on because it's only supposed to be Abraham Lincoln. That's the same thing when you look up anything. So I feel like the internet's not even organized. Because it will only show up Abraham Lincoln stuff. That's all. That's how easy it is to search things in the 21st century. What you look up is what comes up as Abraham Lincoln. So I don't know how hard it is to get to the private section or the top secret internet as to the internet somehow still goes to your computer. Because if you type in Abraham Lincoln and you get all these other results and leads you in a different direction, then how's that my fault? This site said somehow this site is related to Abraham Lincoln and it doesn't even relate it to Abraham Lincoln at all. So at one point in time, we lost the control of organization of the internet. So, uh, do the law actually believe that people, well, I guess people have, right? It's like, oh, some people say I can't use this site, but I know how to hack this site. Say, fuck, I should have been that guy. I should have been a professional hacker. And I'd be on top of the world right now because I'm a professional hacker. But no, I was an outside kid, and what I learned from school was enough for me to use the internet as to, well, seems like everybody sees everything online, and the internet comes to you. So technically, you really don't know how to be a it just somehow comes to you, right? And people hack you to sites. So apparently, if you're cool enough, people will send you to the right hacking sites, and you'll be cool for the rest of your life. But somehow, as a soldier after 9/11, I was too cool, and apparently, all he was thinking about is I get a lady at a party. Um, I'm 40. And yes, it's cool that everybody in the world has found love. I didn't find love. Maybe I came close, but it's not real. Something was always off. And I really didn't have a lot of girlfriends. So I really don't have a relationship. Kind of don't know what the heck the lady wants. Get mad at me for no reason. As they're overreacting, like, man, I feel like all I did was try to go out of my way to make somebody happy. So if you're the only one that's going out of their way is trying to make somebody happy, as to why is it so hard to make people happy? You know? I thought my videos, you all can laugh at a white guy, boy, man. You can laugh at the white man and everybody be happy. That's the direction I was going. There's some goofy white guy on the internet. What is he doing? That's the direction I was trying to go. So everybody realized, hey, life is not so bad. But if this white guy is doing all these goofy things, then everything will lie. That's what I was trying to do. So, oh, so I was trying to say, to be Abraham Lincoln and part of in history, it was a very hard to do to be an Abraham Lincoln because he disagreed on everybody. He said, no, this shouldn't be this way. It should be this way. And people got mad at Abraham Lincoln. And he was the president, Abraham Lincoln. But he said, no, you're wrong. I'm a lawyer. I looked every direction, in every direction this is wrong. And I'm a lawyer. That's what I do. And you made me the goddamn president as Abraham Lincoln. So imagine there were times where I wanted to be a president. Because I feel like, well, I know what people are thinking. I can make people happy in the world as a president. But then this guy, he did the opposite. He didn't care if people hated him. Apparently, Lord Abraham Lincoln said what was on his mind right away. I don't even think he wrote his speeches. He said, fuck this shit. We're all dying around here for what? What's going on? Tired of shit. Hey, that's how I would have felt. I said, this is 1800s. We got horses now. We don't have to walk to the barber shop in the 1800s. We can take a horse in the carriage and to get a haircut in the 1800s. What's everybody's problem? Yesterday we had to walk to the damn barber shop. And now you're all complaining that we had to ride a horse and get there fast and get your haircut. I think that's how Abraham Lincoln looked at the situation. Say, what the fuck is going on? You try to tell me people will be happy if we do this? Well, why don't we do that? Why are we going out of the way to piss off people? I don't understand. I thought we were supposed to comfort people and make things easier as the government. And everything to be easier for the government. And everything to be okay. No, man, everybody wants to do the opposite and get angry. So I'm just an American hero back home, and I don't deserve to get put down and bullied and called names just because a few people decided not to stand up for the soldiers at 9/11 as a disabled combat veteran. Because I feel that I learned enough in school saying feels like all we had to do is be nice to each other. That's what they were trying to. We all could get A's and B's in this club. All we had to do was be nice to each other. That's why I don't know what everybody took for school, but it seems like everywhere I went, you gotta be nice to each other. And I felt like I was nice to every student that came up to me. And I just had to, I felt I had to serve and protect myself after 9/11 because everybody likes picking on me some reason. That's how I feel. I don't know. So I have to let you go now. I do have to get my friends at least one. I showed you some book. Yeah, well, it's not enough, is it? You gotta find more ways. You gotta find the answer. So why? I'm just Commiso, man. I didn't know I had to answer that question in school. Why? I know you just want me to get A's and B's in this class. Not why. I just wanted to do. But no, that's why it's so hard to go to school. You guys just a bunch of haters, aren't you? You know there's teachers. You know there's principals. You know there's students. You know you gotta get along to get a good grade. But no, no, get the hell. Now what's wrong with doing that in the real world, man? Well, hey, we don't want to die at war. So hey, it's world peace, man. All right. That's how hard, that's how easy it is to live on the planet Earth as a human being. We don't have to have war. All right. And we all can live like kings and queens in every house. And somehow the chicken wings flies through your window. They don't have to go to the grocery store anymore. Just the bird just flies in the window for you. That's how simple the world is. No, we have to go to the grocery store and get the turkey. Gotta do that. You know, complicated. Every time I go grocery shopping, I'm still lost. It's food. I don't know where to go. Listen, you can eat tonight. There's food at the grocery store. Oh, thank you, as a human being. And I still get lost in the store. I can I see food and I smell food, but I can't figure out where it's from. Is it the grocery? So whatever. Then they barcode everything. It's even harder to watch TV because you got to barcode the TV. You gotta sign up or password. Holy shit! They got to knowledge everything. Yeah. You want to knowledge each other so much. You got to sign in. You can't watch TV unless you sign in. So whatever, man. I thought I watched Cheech and Chong to get out of reality. Cheech and Chong knew what they're doing. They was going in the right direction. Yeah. Movies and weed. And everybody was friends in the movie. That was a good movie. It was even simpler to make movies back in the day. You say you want to be in a movie, and you could say, you can think about it for a day, if you want to be in a movie. And we'll find you. We'll find you. That's how easy it is. You know, shit. Back in the day, you had to get naked to get in the movie. Now, if you get naked, you get mad at you. They won't put you in a movie. Holy shit. Oh, man. So let me figure out what's wrong. I guess people can't figure out the Commiso. That's how hard the world is. Okay, you figure out Commiso in this world. Not my fault. I know I was simple. I'm trying to live a simple one. I saw that some of that show, simple. Big Bear's Help. It wasn't that simple on the show, though. Even the simple life is not so simple. So what you want from me in public world, public live television world? You all guys fool each other no matter what. And it's not going to get us far. If we all like some top secret, like watching some kind of nudity, and nobody know what you're doing, well, it seems like everybody in the whole world knows what you're doing online. So where's the secret? Where's the top secret world everybody's talking about if everything's on toes? They're lying to me. And, maybe if people stop lying to each other and be honest, where it's like, honestly, I wish everybody would chill out and watch porn in the world. If you guys can't handle each other about some kind of conversation about the street, or I don't even know what you guys are fighting about. If we're still fighting about religion and something about like nudity here, fighting about oil, these are some things that are natural in part of the world. Well, I just want to live in the wilderness in the world. Wow. Yeah, that's why you go into the wild. You try to say in the society we live in, I have a better luck living in the wild and understand what the fire is talking about in the wild. And I can actually get along with the bear in the wild. And instead of trying to accept society online. Society is so hard. You can't be anything in this world. Everything you thought was going to be cool, it's not. Because you are some kind of uptight. I'm something. And I don't can't figure it out. They taught me in school that we're people. Is that what they teach you in college? That we're in high school? I guess they teach you that you're people. So somewhere somebody taught me that I was a people. But in college, oh well, are we people ready? Oh, so I feel like I said enough as a shy quiet kid is. And I really didn't mean to take everybody's time and put hours of videos on. I was trying to get the short and sweet version of it. You know, I had to give out more. It's because nobody knows anything about nothing. All right? Because you all come up for a reason to hate somebody and know nothing about that person right away. That's how I feel. I don't know if I want to be an American man back home as a vet. You know, you ever sit there wondering how the hell this guy got this car and how the hell this guy got this house? I sound like that song. That's not the house you're supposed to be living in. That's not the car you're supposed to be driving. I was trying to tell him as a veteran, but nobody wanted to listen to me. Uh, hello, it's me, Michael Commiso. I know you're in some kind of cyborg world where nobody knows what names are anymore in the world. You're all labeled by some kind of number. Very cool. There's no dangers in the world. How dare you call yourself Michael Commiso? But that's what my mom and his dad called me when I was two. Somehow I picked it up over the years and learned that it was Michael Commiso. I don't know how I learned it. That's how I feel on the internet. But why? Didn't think people wrote about if we hate each other to keep going in that direction. I think they said, I wonder if you're smart enough not to go in that direction. Why read about one? So yeah, these are the things that could happen. Well, we're smart and say, hey, we got fucking the 16th chapel on this goddamn planet. I want to know what type of alien on this damn internet in outer space can say they can make the 16th chapel on their planet as a human being. How many people, aliens can say that in outer space? So you all can sit down and put down each other, but we can tell the aliens from outer space we have the 16th chapel to the aliens, and hopefully they say, okay, we'll leave the 16th chapel alone. That's the aliens from outer space. Yeah, I just want to live my life in the world. What the pressure? Well, just turning on your computer. In the world, everybody's there. Matter how hard you look, everybody's there. Even if you put security on the computer, everybody's there. That's the man that comes out of my mouth. Everybody's gotta hack me, figure out who I am. But in the poetry classes that I took, you don't need the internet. We'll talk and speak poetry. You know, I don't need the internet to know that I have feelings. I do that before the internet. In the school over there, there's so many schools everywhere. I'm just discovering now. This is the internet now. In the world we have to live in, I apologize if I'm not updated like everybody else. So you won't get in trouble. You're all updated. And you all like, well, he's updated on his computers. So we're not gonna bully him today. But now you got the wrong side on your computer. Even though everybody's got the same shit on that side on the other one. So where we all going? I feel like nobody knows where we're going in outer space. As we spin around and around and around, you all can be geniuses if you want. And try to count how many times we spin around the sun. But still, nobody knows where we're going. Even if we try to count how many times around the sun. So, where are we going? As this, every time go online, the online is life still online. Even if you're not trying to send me the online, you're trying to send me somewhere, somewhere. I don't know. 'Cause never knew where the planet was spinning in outer space. They never taught me in school where the planet was spinning. So I don't know. I don't know. I only give you so much of poetry for you guys to try to figure out the poetry. And I won't even give any answer in the poetry just to mess with your math. I would go so deep. It's poetry. You won't be able to get out from the deepness of the poetry. Someday, Commiso will come out with poetry in this book. And I'll be so deep, you don't even know where you are right now. When Commiso was online, that's how imagination was wild. When he comes online, well, you know that at the time, I was just trying to cheer people up my YouTube page. I didn't know that I was going so deep in some time poetry. I wouldn't let you know. Kind of person do you think I let you know? But poetry has trying to what do you think I am? Maybe I had to get somewhere in my mind further from the poetry. I said, you all want to throw some down, some light, some words, all that. I'm going to come up with some new words. Nobody even knew they were existed. You know, we live in a world where people don't even know there's words that exist. And we still got the internet. So I want to take you away on an adventure. Every time I try to say something like a word, anything where you don't even know where Commission's going to take in the direction. Then I would say, now you know how I feel. Every time you try to do some poetry, trying to figure out what the heck you're talking about. I didn't know it was that hard to live on planet Earth. to have poetry on display. I really do. So I had some poetry, and I didn't even get to write it down. I gotta try to come up with words in the spur of a moment. How fast the world is spinning all night. I can't write down anything. I don't even know where the words come sometimes from the past. So you gotta give Commiso a break. He doesn't even know where the words are coming from. He really don't. I do. But I told you by now. I don't. If that's okay with everybody. You know, everybody else can live in your some kind of false reality show. But I want to go deeper than that. Like, maybe if it had more flowers on the show, there'd be no negative in this plan. And sometimes you have to look hard on the show where the flowers are. And then that's why you get upset as people. Oh, acting like hey, cool, you know, don't want to know where the flower is on the show. This was upsetting. It's in your heart. You really do want to look at that flower and find out there's more flowers. That's where you get seeds and everything. Plants come from seeds. I was trying to tell you for years. That's Commiso. They have flowers. Flowers from seed. That's all seven is. Find out where the flower is and the shop. No, no. You have a false identity on yourselves in the world. You can't even look at a flower no more. Well, I can't accept that because sometimes I wonder where the flowers come. When I see a flower, you understand? So it's hard to try to explain to you where the flower came from. You shock yourself. It shows up on the show. All you know that you didn't was a show, was it? If they didn't tell you that it was a show, you wouldn't even know it was a show. That was you was watching. That's how hard it is to live on this planet. We have to be told that it's a TV show. Oh, I didn't know. I was trying to search for flowers. Sure. I didn't realize what was going on most of the time. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to block out the reality and live in my imagination world. You all take it the wrong way. I can't do anything right. Back home as a fighter. I can't even live in my own goddamn in my mind. You all take that the wrong way too. So don't blame me for the world where the world is. Cause man, I would have figured out where the flowers were in the show first time round. Yeah, I'm glad about that. You're some kind of false identity, motherfucker. Aren't you? You don't even know who you are. We goddamn on the internet so much. I don't even know we're human beings. That's using the internet. I didn't know either. So don't look to me for the answers. All this time you thought you was trying to find the answers on this streaming live internet world on my side of the world. Now, I was trying to figure out if there was some type of fire in the show that don't say at the party. Don't tell the party you found flower in the show. Party will get mad at you. Think, what are you talking about? Flower in the show. That's not what happened in the show. There was no flower in the show. And I saw flowers in the show, you know. If you can explain to me how I saw flowers in that show, then I will agree with you. But I don't think you can, because you don't even know who you are. There's people in the world on nothing. So don't sit there and try to tell me there's pretty colors and there's shiny things. I already know that while you're trying to figure out what's going on in the show. So, you know, don't try to make things complicated. Hey, more than it now that you're trying to complicate things now. Wasn't that complicated before? It was easy to watch television. It wasn't so hard. Everybody got a good package. Everybody got to get a movie check. And everybody knew what nudity was on television. Back in the day, everybody was okay with it. They even had nudity in PG, 13, and PG, 11. They even had nudity in Disney. And somehow they had nudity in Disney back. And they had, some crap, sensitive motherfuckers. Can you figure out if there's a flower in the TV show? The type of sensitive. Can you find out if there's flowers in the TV show now? That's what I really want to talk about. Think I want to talk about what you want to talk about? Well, act like whatever you talk about makes no goddamn sense. So, why do I have to make sense to anybody? All the sense you got in the world. It's a TV show. You know, gotta give me some room. Gotta give me some room in outer space. I was trying to tell you. Well, humans on this planet. Man, we got enough space for all the humans from outer space. There's enough space for humans on this planet. For them space. But, and we, at times, it's for Commiso. Everybody's got tears. It's not knowing anything about anything. I don't even know why we even invented the internet. That's so far. I don't even think people know they're human beings. I don't know either. Okay? Over the years, I was trying to keep up with the robots on the internet. I learned about the word AI. Everybody was AI. I didn't know until I looked it up. And it's artificial intelligence. I didn't know. People that cannot find flowers on a TV show can come up with artificial intelligence. Holy shit. We gotta teach the artificial intelligence that there's flowers in a TV show. Know what direction we going on? Robots. But I like the second movie of Terminator. When Terminator decided to be the good guy as a robot, I thought there was going to be hope in this new world. Because the robot was smart enough to say, it's not good to hurt each other as human beings. And as a robot, I want to be a good guy in this movie. They said the robot saves the day. But why? We gotta teach ourselves. It's slow. It's television show. So if there's artificial intelligence, I don't know. If a damn robot came up to talk to me, I think I'll get along with the robot, so the robot won't beat me out. I say, are you Arnold Schwarzenegger? The real one, the one that was a good one in the movie. I've been friends with all the Schwarzenegger. That's the good robot in the movie. Is it that hard to have friendship in the world? You gotta make sure that that's the right Arnold Schwarzenegger. That Terminator was the good guy robot. Look, the robot was so good, I almost say the good guy. The robot was so convincing that he was a human being saying, what? We can't even accept ourselves as two eyes on flowers in that show. I'm wondering if anybody noticed the flowers at the park. I want to go to a park where, you know, maybe I did notice that there were flowers. But I noticed something was going on in that show. And we okay with that party anyways. We had always said, not today. Everybody's gotta be like every knowing everything. So everybody knows everything. We get out of my party. There ain't no shit about that show. You get out of here. There ain't no shit about that television show. What the hell you doing at my party? I almost said, well, I called you. When you all took the time to know that there was a television show. I took the time to know there was flowers in that show. So I apologize. And you come up with some kind of decent conversation for your goddamn party. Maybe if you know, there was some time to understand what's going on at your party. Yeah, I understand party time. Yeah, I didn't want to understand your party. There's other parties I can go to. But I understand there's flowers in TV show. They have to know every goddamn thing that's happening in the goddamn show. That's how hard it is to have a party in the world. I know every goddamn thing about everything. I don't know shit. I get it. I just wanted to go to the party. I go with me living in the world. So you get up in the morning and you want to party. Just go try to figure out where the goddamn party's at. I didn't know who's that hard. I didn't know who's that hard. Anybody else know where the party is? Anybody else know where it is? But now nobody tells me. Everybody tells me, oh, now you gotta know. And then something about the TV show to get inside the goddamn party. Well, you know, I just wanted to party, okay? You made it so hard. You gotta got a barcode into the party. It's so hard. You got a barcode to get into the park. I said, holy shit. Why did I get a barcode? What the fuck is that? And so I try to learn what the hell's a barcode. Isn't that the thing they had for years on products? And now we gotta notice that there's a barcode. And you know, now to now. We have to know to get this now. Get this in a row. Because everything's got a barcode, right? You gotta scare me in your party. You try to scare me in your party. You know, I don't want to go there. So I didn't install that app on my phone. So we gotta see the barcode to get inside that part. So I told you. There wasn't the option at the time to get that on my cell phone. I didn't know. So, well, that's all I have to say about that. And everything. And hopefully I gave you enough knowledge. World to survive. As Commiso. Okay. Okay. Well, this is your disabled combat man. And you're right away. I can come here so and their bad bodies are alive and everything, you know. Well, well, hey, I don't know anything.